No camera intro today? What? Today we are looking at Tiandong Heavy Industries. Finally something else than go fast and outmaneuver. This time we have the regular ships with great firepower, average mobility, average durability. Tiandong is a mercenary organization established in the outskirts of the sector. Driven by profit, they began providing security services during bad times. Now they do much more than that. Tiandong deals in resource extraction, stack mining, rake brokerage, and contract killing. With their increasing influence and ever-growing presence, using their pre-collapse technologies, they are forced to be reckoned with. And let's dive right in. Oh boy, the ships are something else. But first of all, I want to show you this thing. Look at our base defenses. Yeah, totally not Nagato there. Let's start with the one and only capital ship of the Tiandong, whatever you wanna call it, the Zoo class. What's the ship about? You know, as you can see, it is a conquest. It costs 40 points. It has a bunch of the same stats as conquest. However, the biggest difference is that it trades the missile firepower. As you can see, no missile here, no missile here, and these two large slots in exchange for two large slots and one large slot in the middle. It costs 40 points to deploy. The special ability isn't speed up this time, it is the flux overdrive. You have much better flux dispersion, so you actually can hold up the firepower of these things. I also tried to use the most of the weapons from the preset. See? Special ability flux dispersion. Ouch, ouch. Oh, we are destroying it. Lovely. Also, one thing, as you can notice, this ship has much stronger armor, but it's so much slower than the Conquest. This should be considered as a heavy brawler and not a nimble ship. Alright, so about this ship, it is about the taste people. Some of you will love it, some of you won't, because when I first got my hands on it, I never used it again, because in my opinion, and this is only for me, use your ships how you want, this is weaker for me than the Conquest is. And the reason is, when I reviewed the Nike, the IBB ship, it had the same problem. I have no idea why there are two large slots in the front. Like, in my opinion, this is a broadside ship, right? For these two free weapons, you sacrifice a lot. Why Conquest, in my opinion, has much more firepower. So, if you have Conquest, you're firing two large weapons, 3 medium slots, 1 medium missile box, and 2 large slots when you have hurricane missiles, and so 4 large weapon slots are shooting at once. Also, this is a missile pod, so you don't use flux. This thing, when you go broadside, you use 1 medium and 3 large. You can probably say 2, but and yeah, I don't get this. For me, this is not only not usable, this annoys the crap out of me. This front. Because you will use the broadside. And now one thing, what would make me consider using the ship? Maybe bring back 2 more medium slots like this. Remove this, I don't know where you will put the medium slots, and put 1 more all-round large weapon in the middle. So the exchange won't be 3 large weapon slots versus 2 large weapon slots and 2 large missile pods plus the medium ones. But the exchange would be, do I want 4 large weapon slots, or do I want 2 large weapon slots and 2 missile points? And I'm not sure what I would choose. I would consider this ship much more, and I would have no idea which one would I choose. This ship is, in my opinion, insane, and I would argue bit OP. Why is that? First things first, 7 burn speed, decent. It is a transformed Atlas, so you have the cargo capacity, you have the fuel capacity, but it's also a 18 points fighting ship. The most interesting part is it has these 4 medium slots that can shoot pretty much everywhere. What's insane about this ship though? 18 points to deploy. Oh, we are firing already? And we are already shooting. And one more thing I wanted to show you from this. This is the insane part of this ship. Look at, I will slow it up. Look at the special ability. Flux efficiency plus 40% and the fire rate. That's bloody insane. That's absolutely insane mod. Like, this is one of the strongest, if not the strongest mod I have seen in the game. And we are going toe to toe with the Dominator, which is 25-point ship and also pure fighting ship. We are a cargo ship, boys and girls. What's the difference between, for example, Dominator and this ship? If they went for your shields, you will die immediately. You are bloody paper tower. You have no chance surviving for long. I would be careful putting this in the AI hands because it can do something stupid and die pretty fast. We're keeping our range and bloody destroying it. This will take some time. I have no idea why the Dominator is running. Only one thing, if the AI decides to charge us right now, I think it might win. But that's the point, you have to play smart with the ship and you will do insane stuff. Not only that, but you are also a cargo ship. I like this kind of OP because it is not all-rounder. It is a slow ship and it is easily destroyed. The firepower and the special ability is unique and insane. So this is kind of very strong that I like. And now for the Shoren. Yeah, lovely. This is an eagle, but it trades some of the medium slots for one large slot. When I said I'm trying to use the presets, I don't know this thing and I would love to ask for your help. When I click out of it, this is what the offer meant to be used, right? If I'm deducting right, yeah, that's the point. So I'm trying to use these presets and change very few, if any, things on these ships. So I decided to use the Brawler preset. It's basically the same what we got. This is basically an eagle with more survivability. And I think this preset is the one you should use, the Brawler, because eagle is eagle, it's good in range. This one, if you want to be unique, you can use close range. Okay, I'm changing one thing. And yes, most of you will say, I shouldn't compare to the Dominator. I know, it's much more, it's not really fair, it's much more mobile. Yeah, but if we win against the Dominator, this will prove a point that this ship has enough firepower to take it head on and also flying enemies. Let's get into close and fire everything. The idea of the ship that these anti-shields guns will get rid of the shields fast so we can fire our torpedoes. Also the EMP damage will come in. Fire! Boom! Oh, yep, that's gonna be it. This is a great build. This is what I use. Also, you can change the machine gun stuff for example, heavy mortal. That's gonna be quite fun. Next up is this penis thingy. Yes, Wuzang, and I like this ship. Yeah, that sounds good with the later part. This ship has only 3 small ports, but it has this big gun, and yeah, it does exactly what you think it does. It costs 18 points to deploy. Look at the range of the weapon, and if we go against its brother, 18 point, we can start shooting, and this, like, look at it. The special ability is maneuverability, so you can get out of trouble pretty fast. If we stay out of range, this thing is absolutely insane. Yeah, look at it. We got one hit. You get a hit on a hull, the other ship is over. Especially because this thing does huge amount of shot damage. Like, insane amount. This, if you use as a supporting ship, it does bloody amazingly, because immediately if you take down the shields, the other ship is done. Like, done. Our favorite Dominator? And look at it. Look at how much damage we are doing to the hull. Even though the Dominator is heavily armored ship. Good, is not happy about it. Nah. This ship is what I would love to see more in StarSector mods, because it is unique. You don't see anything else like this in the game. If you get close to it, it will die. One thing I tested, if the AI handles the ship, it actually tries to keep the distance so it doesn't die that fast. This ship is so much fun. Big thumbs up. This one is simple. It exchanges the weapon firepower for missile firepower. It is up to you if it's worth it for you to have so many missiles. Yeah, for me it is not. And now this ship. In the mod sites it says it should have 1 fighter bay. it has 2 of them. This ship costs 11 points to deploy. This is the most efficient fighter base that I have ever seen with decent amount of firepower. Global has also, it costs 12 points to deploy and it sacrificed so much firepower to get these 2 things. And it has even a medium slot. The only thing keeping this thing to be absolutely overpowered, it's the special ability is flares, so it doesn't do anything to the fighters. Then we have the 2 hammerhead thingy dingies. This one's alright. This is interesting. This ship costs only 8 points to deploy. It has special ability the thrusters, so no more fiery guns, and it swaps the small points on the ship for medium ones. Your taste, which one you choose. These two things, I have no opinion. They're alright, but this one, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what this is. This ship costs 8 points to deploy as well. It has 2 large weapon slots. It also has flux overdrive, so it 60% more flux dissipation. Yeah, see it? Yep. Alright, this is what I want to show. But also, if you want to kill the Dominator I showed, just swap these things for long-range heavy things. Absolutely no chance. So yeah, this thing, I must say, this one is overpowered. I don't have to hide it. This is one of the most broken ships I have ever played with. And it's an 8-point ship.
Weapons.
Alright, let's go fast through the weapons of this faction mod. I will go only through 3 of the weapons, mostly because I found them the most interesting. One more interesting fact about weapons of this faction: the rockets are usually for free, so they don't use any ammo. Okay, let's go fast through them. Firstly, let's start with the controversial gun, let's say, which is already getting fixed or tuned. The L4 of this mod already mentioned it, but I wanted to show you the pre-nerf version, why I think it's absolutely unrivaled. Alright, so firstly, 1150 range, absolutely insane. It also has 275 damage, which means it is pretty decent. It's not that low amount of damage. One thing I learned from you guys, which is important when talking about these weapons: the more damage the gun does with one shot, it goes easier through the armor, so basically does more damage to armored ships. That's why, for example, Gauss Cannon, which does 700 damage per shot, does greatly not only against shield, but pretty decently against the ship armor as well. 275 damage, which is pretty okay. It's not bad at all. And one crazy thing about this ship, it has also the flux and damage ratio, it's 1, so it's insane. The only bad thing about this, it's quite inaccurate, but you can fix it with few mods. So the range with the damage and flux ratio, this makes it the best weapon for me in the game, and I overused it a bit too much. And now let's go for this anti-shield weapon. Firstly, when I used it, I thought it was as well absolutely broken, but now I know more. It doesn't have that insane damage per shot, so it is relatively balanced. And now for the other anti-shield gun that I find a bit strong as well, but not 100% sure if it is broken, and it is this thing. 600 range. This is the only bad thing about this weapon. It's ridiculously short range, but 60 damage per shot. 0.77 flux to damage ratio. Very good and accurate. The range is definitely the nerfing factor, but my god, if you get close to the enemy, this thing shreds. One thing to consider about Tiandong weapons, it's they are quite cheap in terms of ordnance points. This was quite a long video, yes? Don't forget to leave your opinions about this mod down below. What is balanced? What is overpowered? Will you be using it in your playthroughs? Consider subscribing, you can always change your mind. And I will see you next time, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Like and subscribe.